Games of every genre are trying to innovate and evolve with every entry, but one genre in particular has seen the most significant change over the last 20 years. That genre, of course, being horror. Welcome to Game Rant, and today we're talking about 8 horror games that break the mold. Number 8. PT. From the moment players find themselves in Lisa's house, which loops over and over again, they know they're in for something truly special. This playable teaser was just an elaborate way to announce a new Silent Hill game with Kojima at the helm, but ultimately transformed into something entirely on its own. Lisa's jittery movements and the obtuse puzzles of this game further add to its unique horror. PT may technically be a lost piece of media now that Konami has delisted it, but the fact that fans still rave about the game to this day shows how much of an impact this teaser had on the gaming zeitgeist at the time. Number 7. Resident Evil 4. After placing a focus on tank controls and fixed cameras for the first few games in the series, Capcom decided to go above and beyond with the 4th mainline Resident Evil entry. Leon Kennedy's adventures in a Spanish village plagued by Las Plagas were mind-blowing back in the day. This title featured a greater focus on action without losing its edge, and set the foundation that future third-person shooters would be built upon. It's easy to see why Resident Evil 4 is considered such an important game, and fans were glad to see the remake do justice to this title. Number 6. Dead Space. In an era when gaming HUDs and UIs were getting a bit too cluttered for most people's liking, Dead Space showed the power of immersion by making its critical gameplay elements clear without the need for a heads-up display. It seems like a simple change, but this was a huge part of what made Dead Space's horror so effective. The limb-cutting gameplay was also quite bold for its time. Players must hack off the limbs of necromorphs to incapacitate them before they can close the distance and tear Isaac apart, making for tense combat. Number 5. Phasmophobia. Gaming with friends is almost always a fun and relaxing experience. This is why people weren't sold on the idea of a co-op horror game, but Phasmophobia showed how well this amalgamation could work. Working together, players take on the roles of ghost hunters and must figure out the identity of a spirit before exercising it. This gameplay loop makes for a surprisingly great time. The proximity chat adds to the tension, especially when players get split up and can't hear their friends anymore. Number 4. Omori. Players who think that horror games can't be cute should give Omori a shot. This amazing game hides behind a veneer of cuteness and doesn't show its psychological horror influences until they can't hide anymore. The protagonist loves to hide in his dream world, making it clear that there's something he's trying to avoid. To say any more would spoil one of the most unique and engaging horror games ever made, which is unlike anything else in the genre. It's worth going into this one blind. Number 3. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. While it may not seem all that mind-blowing now, it can't be stated enough how revolutionary Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem was when it came out. It's fitting that this was a Nintendo exclusive. This horror survival game boasted an ambitious narrative that took place across different timelines with multiple protagonists. The most innovative thing about this game was its sanity effects, simulating the process of someone losing their mind in the most creative way possible. Seeing the game delete a player's save files or reduce the volume made for chilling fourth wall breaks that have become legendary in the years since. Number 2. Sunless Skies. Sunless Skies isn't as in your face as most games in the genre. The horror is more of a backdrop for a rich setting where humanity has taken to the skies. Players take on the role of a sky captain who can pursue numerous goals in a wide open setting that is full of things to do. The writing in this game is top-notch, combat is vastly improved from its predecessor, and the environments will leave a lasting impression on players. There aren't many horror games like Sunless Skies out there. Players who found Sunless Sea hard to get into won't face the same problem with its masterful sequel. Number 1. Doki Doki Literature Club. When Doki Doki Literature Club came out, no one expected a game that looked like a dating sim to turn into one of the most viral horror experiences players could subject themselves to. What looked like a feel-good game about joining a high school literature club turned into a scene out of the player's worst nightmares. Over time, the game starts to become more meta, and the main character transforms into a silent stand-in for the player as they witness the world being slowly torn apart. Even then, the characters in this game are so lovable that fans would do everything in their power to ensure no harm befalls them. But what do you think? Which horror game pushed the genre forward? Which game mechanics left a lasting impression on you? Do you know a horror game that we didn't mention but still was innovative for its time? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.